Hello, I'm Rex Hallbison, and before we get started, I'm going to apologize. This is a little bit rough, but I needed to get this message out and a call for some action. So let me real quick introduce myself and then I'll get into the topic here. I'm a technology veteran for over 3 decades. I'm currently serve as the CEO and I'm a co-founder of an energy technology development company, Smart Energy Solutions. Some people call me a catalyst because of my track record. I am a serial entrepreneur. I podcast in the energy space. In addition to all this, I have written 4 books in the energy space, including Energy Savings Catalyst, How to Transform Your Property. For decades in tech and now in energy, I've worked across many industries that thrive or fail based on one thing, their ability to evolve. And I'm here with a single message today, and essentially it's almost a challenge. And this is to the executive directors of our state and national solar and storage associations. Now, today I'm not speaking to you as a competitor or someone that wants to launch a new trade association. I don't have time for it. You can tell I have way too many things going for the cycles that are available. But I'm here to issue a challenge and offer some help. It's time to unify. It's time to consolidate. We've seen a lot of things happening in the energy industry, and it's time to stop reacting and start leading energy into this next chapter. As we know, there's a lot of chaos going on right now, and it's been happening quite a bit for the last couple years. But what's happening, and it's inevitable, is that solar HVAC, energy storage, smart home systems, and conservation technologies are fusing into one reality. And that reality is a single integrated customer experience. And this is what I call and have been calling since 2021 energy technology systems integration. So I also will shorten that for us to the conversation ETSI. Now, this is not a theory, this is not a trend, it's happening, and there's time for new leadership. Now, I come from tech, and I've seen this multiple times, and I was part of a team that took a company public during one of these convergencies. ETSI is really a new industry, okay? Got to stop thinking about product specific industries like solar or storage. We need to start thinking about a comprehensive approach. Right now, across the US, we have more than a dozen associations at the state and national level. We have overlapping missions, and believe me, I support and passionate about those missions, okay? But with these organizations, we're defending small pieces of the pie. We're reacting to policy shifts on state, um, federal, and then also PUC levels. And so we're in an environment where it's mostly reacting instead of leading. So, meanwhile, on the side, and we probably haven't been paying attention to this, there are approximately 17,500 HVAC companies that are moving quietly into the energy electrification sector. They're installing heat pumps, they're installing water heaters, electric water heaters, they're starting to do load management. And one thing that they have that we don't in solar is they're building customer relationships that solar providers can only dream of. These folks are not outsiders. What they really are is missing members of our associations. But let's talk about the moment we're in for a hot second. There's a gigantic pivot point that's been thrown at our feet. The ITC is nearing its end. And if anybody believes it's going to be extended, you're crazy because that's just a short runway. For years, it's been, in the view of some people, a policy crutch, but now it's a policy cliff. And so solar companies are sprinting to the end of this and they're headed toward the cliff, 180 miles an hour for 180 days, but they're doing it without a parachute. We can't treat ITC expiration as just another lobbying effort or small bump in the radar. This is not a funding issue. This is really a signal to reinvent. So let me give you an example of probably the world's best uh, reinvention company. And I want to show you our good friends at IBM. I have a background in their circles. Since 1911, IBM has weathered every market shift you can think of. They've completely future proofed themselves. And because of it, they're the most successful technology company on the planet. You see, IBM never built its brand around products like solar has, PV, inverters, panels, storage, but it built itself around solutions. They didn't sell scales, they didn't sell cash registers, they didn't sell typewriters, they solved business problems. Okay. As things migrated, they didn't sell punch card systems, they didn't sell servers. They enabled transformation for companies. And this is the point I'm trying to help people understand. They didn't migrate up to servers and PCs, which I was involved with. They don't sell quantum computing, cloud services. They're not out there selling AI. What IBM delivers is solutions, and that's why they've been able to endure. And so it's made them the most successful organization on the planet because they're not married to a product. Okay. If you think about IBM, there's an amazing portfolio. And this can be translated uh, to the situation we're in with our associations. So here's what we got to do. Okay. Let's look at it this way: hardware in software. Solar is hardware and software. It's electricity management, generation. It's systems and it's integration. Okay. And the who will lead this next era aren't just panel installers or inverter vendors. They are energy systems technology integration companies. They're system integrators. So that's what excuse me, that's what ETSI means. Now, I want to be clear. I'm not here to start another organization. Okay. You folks are experts at that. I don't want to run a policy shop. I'm not asking for any type of control. I'm way too busy, as I mentioned, for any of that. But what I am asking for is unity. Okay. As things have emerged in solar, we've rebranded, we've added storage to it. But think about there's about 10 or 12 different technologies now to impact a resident or a small business when it comes to energy. We can't keep rebranding ourselves and rechanging the focus of our associations. And heck, for one even simple reasons, there wouldn't be enough URLs and no one would want to type it out that much. So we can't be continuously reforming and thinking about this every time a new gizmo comes along. So let's count on things changing. Let's count on innovation. It's going to happen. So what I'm asking for us to do as a sub-industry, because when I came into this sector, I looked at solar as essentially hardware and software, and it's a subset of technology. So what we need to do is realign, rethink. We need to throw out bad blood if there was any between associations. We need to have state associations be part of a national association. We need to have a situation where there's education abroad and we don't care what the technology is, okay? Because it's going to change. It's going to change dramatically. So slowly recognizing this is not the play. With ITC, it's here, it's now. So why not do it? Okay. That's not a strategy. It's flipping from reaction to leadership. Okay. This is a time to redefine ourselves in this space. So I've worked closely with several of the state associations, and especially here in Colorado and California. I interviewed some of the leadership, so Mike Kruger and Bernadette Del Cario on my podcast. And I am all about this industry. In fact, I'm passionate about this industry, and that's why I'm sending you out this video message. So here's what I'm asking you to do now. Let's lead to a bigger moment, okay? Let's speak with one voice. Let's shape this new industry, okay? Energy, technology, systems, integration. So I'm bringing some tools and solutions, and I want to help, okay? I've created a lot of content for this. I've written some books, in fact, three of them on this specific topic, okay? And part of that is a invitation to HVAC to come into this family. I've built tools already in place. The CRM systems, drip systems, playbooks, none of this is theory. It's exact steps and tools, excuse me. I also have put this in a place where it's easily accessible. I started an ETSI Patreon channel, and this allows this information to be there. Playbooks on how to convert. One of the books is the Tell a Solar Company how to convert to ETCSI. Other one is a book that is a one directed to HVAC to do the same, and the other is just general convergence on how all these technologies are coming together. I've outlined 12 different core technologies that are new for ETSI. Some of you've never heard of a couple of these, like electricity optimizers, phase change materials, but we need to put it all in. Solar, smart panels for control panels, all the advanced storage, EV chargers, micro wind turbines, geothermal, smart home management systems, and more. So it needs to be encompassed into this one industry. It's going to broaden the association because all of those product companies can now be a part of that. All of those who are systems integration companies can be part of that. And it's going to bring us a stronger industry. So time is now. This is the perfect pivot point. It's going to take months, maybe years to get this all fully buttoned down, but I don't think it's going to take years, honestly. You folks are all smart people. You have been very successful and you know how to run these organizations. So, because of ITC, we're speeding forward to that cliff. And that means we can be the bridge, okay, if we unify. There's an old African saying, and I know most of you have heard this. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Okay. So here it is. Let's consolidate. Let's bring those 117,000 plus HVAC companies into the fold. Let's stop reacting to the industry and start designing the future. Let's rename this to Energy Transition Systems Integration because that's all encompassing. Let's define the profession now and expand that because it's much more than just solar. Let's unify the voice, okay? And essentially, what I'm most interested for our industry peers, I'm coming to the end of my career years. Let's future-proof this for our participants. If they're not focused on one technology, the future is unlimited because they're going to be talking about multiple technologies for them to deliver to customers. So it isn't just coming, it's here. And now I will challenge you that this is your moment to lead. Okay. Now, my other offer that I provide. I've done this multiple times in tech. I won't bore you with the details, but I offer to be a catalyst to start the conversations, and then it's up to you. And so I would love to get on a Zoom call with the leaders of the associations at all levels and explain in further depth about this sort of IBM way and how this will be here to stay. IBM's been doing this for 114 years, and there isn't any reason why we can't have an ETSI that will be here that type of length too. So together we can do this. There's never been a better time to be in green technology, in my opinion. This is a fascinating time, but there's so much opportunity and the future's so bright because getting rid of some of this public policy will future-proof everything, and it won't matter who's in the White House or who has control of Congress. So let's talk, okay? You can reach me individually. This is a unlisted video, and so only those with the link can watch it. But I'm not afraid of phone calls and text messages. So here's my phone number, 720-724 6664. That's 720-724-6664. And of course, text is always best. Or you can email me at rex@gosmart.energy. Rex@gosmart.energy. Again, I'd like to bring us together. I'd like to get the conversations going. I'll help create content. I'll be a participant. But in the end, it's up to you folks, because this is what you do. Okay. I'm not a policy guy. So, anyway, I've said enough. I want to thank everybody for taking a few minutes to listen to me. And I will close this out by saying what I always say at the end of my podcast, at the end of my book: make it a great day, because if you do, tomorrow can be even better. Thank you. This is Rex Hallweiser.